Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope your day has been good. Me too. I'm coming from church. I'm an Adventist, so I've just come from church. I'm now staying indoors. Hope you've also had a nice Sabbath. If you are a Sunday worshiper, I hope you are preparing to go to church tomorrow. So today I want to talk about hustling after school. Some of you are lucky, some of you have been lucky or are lucky to get jobs in your second years, third years, or even fourth year. That means you graduate when you are already working. Some of you might get jobs immediately after school, and some of you, like me, might hustle for, let's say, 5 years before you get a job. But I thank God. As you can see, the cape I'm wearing is a crown. That means Mungu alinionekania, akanipea kazi, and I thank God. So with me, I have three photos. These are my photos, and I want to say something about them. So when I graduated, by the way, I'm one of those people who come from a poor background. People have found sweet names to call it. They term it as humble background, but I want to call a spade a spade. I come from a very, very poor background with no parents. From 7 years old, I was already a struggler. I can't even remember how I went to primary school. So when I graduated, I didn't have nobody to hold my hands. And actually, I didn't even have money to start the avocado business you see here. I've been doing here. So I was a student in KU. So those who went to KU or those who are still in KU, you know the KM market. So I went to visit my friend. With whom we were singing in Macheo ministry in Kusda. I was a member of Macheo choir singing group. And he served me ugali and skuma wiki and sandwiched it with avocado. So avocado was, I found avocado to be so delicious. So I asked him the cost of avocado, what that avocado cost, and he told me it was 20 shillings. And because I come from Homa Bay, where I passed through, whenever I go home, I pass through Keumbu, Kisi, where there were a lot of avocado by then. So immediately what came to my mind was to look for money and go to Kisi and purchase some to come and start my business. At this time, one avocado, big avocado, which cost 60 or 50 bob in Nairobi, was costing 5 bob there. So I did a simple mathematics, how to get 1,000 for capital to buy those avocados, and 2,000 to and from Kisii Fair. So I planned to start avocado business with 200 avocados. That one, if I would sell them, I was going to get 10,000. I didn't factor in the risk factors in case avocado goes bad. So immediately I also got 2,000. The moment I brought my first batch, I applied master because I thought it was I would get rich very quick. So I applied for masters. I knew it would pay for me school fees to cater for my masters. So somebody, a friend of mine, really discouraged me by telling me, you are doing, actually he told me, you are doing masters and you're selling avocado. Before I answered him, Mama Mbogas in KM, those who had him saying such a stupid word, rebuked him, and some even shouted at him, some even abused him, and he left me with my avocado. I carried my avocado, hawking avocado in the box. But I never give up because I knew that avocado is what was paying my school fees, what was paying my rent. That is what would clothe me, and that was what I was looking forward to, with which to pay my masters. I had graduated with bachelor's by this time. So very many people mocked me. Some even went to social media, Facebook, to say, they were making funny comments and posts, and they were surprised that I would settle to sell avocado. Funnily enough, themselves were not doing anything as an income generating activity. So I didn't bother. I remember the only thing I did after encountering few Facebook comments or posts that were mocking me, I just went and unfriended everybody. I remained with 0 friends, and I started working alone in KM. So I survived on selling avocado. I accepted my situation. As you can see, I'm selling avocado with my first car, wheelbarrow. I'm going to show you a picture where I'm pushing that wheelbarrow, and I disappeared. Nobody would see me. None, not even a single person who we were within KU knew where I was. I went and started life in a very ghetto estate, where I was paying school fees 200. I was paying house rent 2,000. For 4 good years, I had no job. And you can see here, I didn't take a lot of photos. I'm not a fan of photos, so I don't even have soft copies. But so here, I managed to buy my first car, that green 14th century wheel. It's a wheelbarrow, but I count it as my first car. And you can see from my face, as much as I was energetic and healthy, you can see that from my face that somebody is struggling here. So this is another photo. Here I was tired, now I was resting. I decided, no, let me take a picture of this. One day I might live to remember. So I went and I survived until last 2020, when I got my first job in the Ministry of Labor as a casual worker. It was a contract of 3 years. So I made a friend with the peers, and when that contract ended, I was kujipendekeza. Nilikuwa najipendekeza kwa peers, na mchatisha, saa zingine anajibu, saa zingine ajibu. And I thank God that one day when I texted, he didn't reply but called. When he got my text, he called and asked me, where are you? I told him I'm in the estate, Githurai. So he asked me, can you come to the office before noon? This was 10. I was very shaggy, beards. I'm a bald-headed man, so I had not even sure. I was looking very ugly. And it rained that day. I just, the way I was, when he told me to be in the office by noon, I just rushed to the house with those mud. I put on my socks, shoes, new clean clothes, and rushed. I really tried that. 20 minutes past 12, I was in his office. I found him with the HR. So he conducted an interview, for me an interview, and eventually he gave me a job. He gave me a job. I really, really thank God that after working for 1 year, I was able to buy my first car. That is Mazda Demio 2014. I will not show you the car for some reasons. I'm not yet conversant with the YouTube how to upload, how to shoot a video alongside other videos, to put in tandem, I mean. So why am I saying all these stories? Many people, when they graduate, they think they will work immediately and get a job. That's not the case. My friends, my sisters, please be kind to people. If you do not know what you are going to meet outside here after graduation, also I would like to advise you that don't choose any job. Any job you come across, when you, instead of keep asking for money, instead of putting on suits with no money in the pocket, going to town pretending that you are working, when in the real sense you are not working. When your colleagues meet you, you say, oh, I'm working, I'm earning 80,000. And when someone looks at you from your shoes, he doesn't see the impact of that 80,000. Personally, I realized that in the government, in the government, you start, your salary starts, you enter the government at job group J. Job group J, that is around 30,000. When you go to K, it's still within the 30,000 bracket. So people who are earning 80,000 in the government are people who have worked for 20 years, and probably they are in job group PQ there. So live real, be real, my friends. Life is really difficult. Don't compete with someone else. You don't know, they may be living fake life with donations, and maybe they are keep asking their parents to sustain their living in town. So my parting shot this evening is that be realistic in your life. When you walk out of campus, and probably you come from a poor background like myself, take life real. You cannot sell avocado forever, especially when you live straight with your God. Mungu hata kuruhusu uuze hiyo avocado yote, na anajua vile umestruggle, umefika university, then anataka kukuweka hapo. But I also want to dissuade people from judging. Many people, when they see you selling avocado, what runs to their mind, they have very low opinion to those people who are selling avocado. But I want to tell you, avocado today, in Githurai, some people even selling avocado, one piece of avocado, one fruit at 100 shillings. Now, if you have your 5 gunias of avocado, which has 200 fruits, that is one each, that is 1,000 avocados, and you sell one at 70, 50, 60, at least you have your 60,000 in less than a month, depending on where you locate your business. So these are the stories I created this YouTube to be sharing with you. And I want to ask those of you that please subscribe to my YouTube channel and support me. I really want to thank the medical student. I went to KU and you really supported me by subscribing to my channel. Those, I remember 3 of you refused, but everybody I went to subscribe to me. I really thank you a lot. I've always have a negative attitude towards the medical student. I've always think that ni watu wa maringo, but in this case nikalan kumbe, don't judge somebody until you interact with him or her. So I will still come to you to support me. I've not yet reached even 100. Remember, YouTube sign a contract, monetary contract with you once you hit 1,000 subscribers. So I will be sharing with you life stories, and I will end it there today. Thank you very much for listening to me, and stay warm. I know kuna baridi, but jifunge.